Hi, I'm Bridget and welcome back to day 12 of 30 days of 10-minute yoga. And we're going to get started today in a nice, comfortable seated position. And we're going to take a moment to connect with the breath. So I'm just going to let my palms rest on my knees. Begin to close down the eyes. Sitting up nice and tall, imagining a nice long line from the top of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale, letting it out through the nose. Keeping the breath moving, filling the body with air. And just taking a moment to check in with yourself. Noticing how you feel today. Checking in with the body. And just listening to the breath as it passes. We'll take the deepest breath that we've taken all day in through the nose. Holding for a moment at the top. And exhale, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Relaxing any tension that you might be holding. And we're going to keep this connection with the breath throughout our practice today. On our next exhale, we're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. And then draw some nice big circles with the nose. One way. And back the other way. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the head back to center. We're going to make our way onto all fours into our tabletop. So stacking the shoulders above the wrists, the hip points above the knees, spread the fingers really nice and wide. And then when you're ready, we're going to move through a couple of rounds of our cat-cow, connecting with the breath. So connecting each movement with the breath. On an inhale, we're going to curl the tailbone up, drop through the belly, send the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale, we round through the spine. Moving with the breath. So you can really slow this down, moving in time with your own breath, whatever pace feels good for you today. Moving back and forth. And then slowly coming back to center. So flattening out through the spine, noticing where the palms are on your mat underneath the shoulder points. We're going to then drop our elbows down to where our palms were, keeping the forearms parallel, the fingers pointing forward. We're going to slowly start to walk the knees back and sink the chest down towards our mat. So nice opening through the chest here, keeping the breath moving. If this feels like a little bit too much through the shoulders, then you can just walk the hands a little bit further apart. And then connect with the breath. Nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can melt your heart down towards your mat a little bit more. Sending the breath to the shoulders. And squeezing the shoulder blades back behind you to press the chest down. Nice and active through the legs here as well. We've got the toes pointing back. You can relax through the core here. We'll take 3 more nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to press into the palms, press into the elbows, start to send the chest forward. We make our way into our sphinx pose. So we've got the elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, fingers are still pointing forward. We're going to draw the shoulder blades back and press the chest forward, press down into the tops of the feet, almost trying to lift the kneecaps away from our mat. Pressing down into the hip bones, we hug the belly button back towards the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears here as we breathe, connecting with the breath. And then slowly we'll lower the chest back down towards our mat. Press back up onto the hands and knees and make our way back into our child's pose. So sinking the hips down toward the heels and reaching the arms out nice and long in front of us. You can let your forehead rest down on your mat again here. Again, reaching nice and strong through the arms. Pressing the hips back down towards the heels. And if you'd like to stay in your child's pose, you can stay here for a little while longer. Otherwise, we're going to make our way back up and through seated. So back up through tabletop, we cross one heel over the other, come back through seated, and make our way all the way back to lie down. When you get there, we're going to find our half happy baby. So we're going to do one leg at a time. So just bending the knees, we're going to lift that right foot towards us. See if you can reach down with the right hand and grab the inner arch of that right foot. Then we're going to send the sole of that right foot up towards the sky, hug that right knee down towards the right armpit. You can just let the left hand rest on the left hip. Breathing into this stretch. See if you can draw both shoulders down towards your mat. And then slowly we'll release that right foot back down and take it to the other side. So we're going to bring that left foot in towards us. See if you can take the left hand, take it to the inner arch of that left foot, and then kick the sole of that left foot up towards the sky. See if you can hug that right shoulder down as you draw that left knee in towards the left armpit. Keep that nice connection with the breath. Maybe closing down the eyes, breathing deeply here. And then slowly we'll release the left foot back down and we'll send both legs out nice and long into our Savasana. So bring the hands to either side, palms facing up, closing down the eyes if you haven't already. Letting the breath return to normal. Letting the body become really heavy with each exhale, sinking down into your mat. Just enjoying this moment of stillness, enjoying being with the breath, and becoming really present in this moment, knowing that this is exactly where you need to be right now. We're going to close our practice here today in our Savasana, so you can stay in your Savasana for as long as you would like to. Thank you so much for joining me today for day 12, and I will see you tomorrow.